What's up, y'all? It's BigBossFabo, man. FortWorthFabian. I'm back with a video for the channel, actually doing an active self-protection reaction, man, to a defender wards off robbers by panic firing her firearm. I haven't done active self-protection in a few weeks now, so tapping back in. Don't forget, don't think I ain't doing music reactions or reviews anymore. I'm still doing music reactions and reviews. Just got some things in the queue right now. So if you have additional recommendations for music as well, comment down below songs and stuff like that, and I'll add them to my list of songs to react to coming up. So check out the active self-protection playlist. Got a whole playlist allocated to all the content from John Correa. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, like, comment, subscribe, hit notification bell. I'll link to that playlist in the description as well as pin it in the comment section down below. So let's go ahead and hop into this video, man. Defender wards off robbers by panicking firing her firearm. What do they call that, man? Like, there's an official term for that.
But today we get to see again that attitude is paramount in self-defense, but skills need work too. Hi everyone, welcome to today's lesson here at Active Self-Protection. I'm your host, John Correa. Today's video comes to us from Atlanta, Georgia.
To win the fight after the fight, you need help. After a use of force, I trust Firearm's legal protection. Answer covered.
Two ladies that are going to come up
Up at the link below.
We have two ladies that are going to come up the stairs and then two more behind them who are our intended victims. The first two are the perps. Now, there's an interview with our defender in this video that I've linked in the description that kind of gives her version of events. We have audio, so let's listen in.
They got their COVID masks on and everything, bro.
So
like,
let's
this
listen.
was the robber starter kit during COVID, especially now. People still doing it to this day. It's just additional mystique. You know, you got the hoodie on and you got a mask on.
And then.
See, they both got COVID masks on. They got the shiesty masks on. You know what I'm saying? Now they're trying to stop at the top of the steps. Damn. So basically, I don't even know, how did she get the jump on him? There's a lot that went on in these few seconds, bro. What I don't realize is, how did the victims or the perps, how did they not see the perps? Look, these are the victims coming up right now. They don't even look ready for any type of smoke. One's holding a jacket. The other one looked like she digging around in something, the one in the back. Well, I'm just curious, how did they let off shots like that and they look so unaware, bro? The perps run up real quick. I don't see why they did all that running. One, when you do all this running like that, I mean, they can hear that. That's probably what gave them some time to turn around and see, okay, who's running up on us like this? I mean, if you're using a gun, which is a long range type of weapon, why do you need close proximity? I'm confused. Like, if anything, you could yell at them down the block. You could yell at them down the walkway saying, hey, you know what, give it up, I got a gun. If you move, no sudden movements. You know what I'm saying? One, they don't hear you coming. Two, you know, they're already fearful because they're aware that you have a weapon already pointed at them. And if you pull the trigger, they done for you. So it's like, it just don't make no sense. You did a whole lot of running. This is what I don't approve of. Look real quick. Right there. You see that? She lets off a shot, right? This is in an apartment complex, an apartment building. This perpetrator lets off a shot, not even aiming in a certain direction. She points the gun behind her while she's running and lets off a shot. That bullet could have went in somebody's front door. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just madness to me. This is crazy. Look at this. Let off one shot right there. And I'm curious what direction the potential victims are shooting in. This is an apartment complex. Bullets could be flying everywhere.
I saw a little second angle of this of our perp running up, breaking some shots while she gets turned around as well. And we saw her run off there. And police caught one of these perps a little while later. Thankfully, none of the victims were hurt. I don't think either of the perps were hurt as well. She did have a gun on her. They did catch her. She is a multi-time felon that is now facing more charges of aggravated assault and robbery and additional felonies, but this is nothing new for her. Oof. Hey, listen, I think the attitude is key. I'm all about constitutional carry and all good, sane, sober, moral, prudent people carrying firearms. You know we're going to talk about skill set here. So go over to Active Self-Protection Extra, multiple videos every single week over there to help you be competent with your firearms so you're not using it as a rattlesnake rattle. Now, there's certainly something to be said for intuition. And again, if you go watch the interview, she said, these girls followed us like they moved when we did and they were watching us. And I thought that was weird and I was worried about them. And it was so quiet as they had gone, like they weren't going up to their place or whatever. And so because it was so quiet, I was seriously weirded out and I thought something bad was coming. Listen to your spidey senses. Now, that said, you notice she actually has her gun in her hand here.
Damn,
now, I know
so
some folks are going to say, yeah, but she needed it in her hand. I would recommend instead to leave the gun in the... I know some folks are going to say, yeah, but she needed it in her hand. I would recommend instead to leave the gun in the holster and have your...
She already looking up the steps. She was suspicious from jump.
Hand on the gun in the holster. What we find again and again is it's really fast to get the gun out and use it in that particular case without the dangers of negligent discharges and without, you know, the dangers of, oh, I've got a gun in my hand. If I have to do something else, I can't because I have a gun in my hand. So my recommendation of technique for you here, leave the gun in the holster with your hand on the gun, and then that way you have it just as fast as if it's in your hand and pointed down. And literally put it on the clock and you'll see it's within about 0.05 of a second. Now they're trying to get into their place. It goes forward a few seconds and you can see here now our attacker come down and start drawing her own pistol. Now the victim here, the defender said she didn't think this was a robbery. The charges that they charged her with included aggravated robbery. So I kind of think that it was. But whether it was a personal beef or whatever, or, you know, I don't know what the personal beef would have been over, you don't have a whole lot of time. So paying attention was key here. And I think our defender, having paid attention, was able to get ahead of the threat and was actually faster than her. So we say don't draw on from the drop. Well, guess what? If you are ready for a counter ambush, you ain't got the drop on you or any of those things. Now, these folks are going to run off. I will say this, you know, she's panic firing behind her. And we see perps use this like this all the time. And so the fact that it sounded to me like our defender panic fired as well and just used her firearm kind of as a rattlesnake rattle, get away from me. And we see that and it works all the time. But recognize a couple of shots high center chest in this perp instead, maybe she wouldn't have been panic firing down the hallway, which endangered not only our defender, but everybody else in the complex. It's one of the reasons we want to be really good with our firearm so that the threat ends sooner without the threat of everything else that comes with this, including our defender's errant shots that went God knows where, thankfully big world, small bullets. Now, get back in the house, call 911 as fast as you can. Okay, fine. I do think we see something kind of interesting here, that this dude decides just to kind of step out into the hallway. Hey, I've heard gunfire. I want to see what's going on. Can't tell you enough how bad an idea that is. If you hear gunfire out in the hallway, out in front of you, at most approach that door to lock your deadbolt if you were silly enough not to do that ahead of time. And then hunker down with your own defensive firearms and get the cavalry on the way. By that, we mean, of course, call 911, because you ain't going to solve that problem and you are stepping out into a huge unknown where you're pretty sure they just had a gunfight. I would not recommend stepping out into this kind of environment at all. Now, last little bit here, as we saw the secondary angle here, I want you to note how fast what was going on here is that you see our perp firing just in that moment and just in the spot where they are getting attacked in this particular case. That's how fast these things do go down. So recognize, first one to put an anatomically significant hit on the other one generally wins. But also here, one of the things that we see is that FIBSA, fudge I'm being shot at, works really well when we're talking about perps who are resource predators and generally cowards. So I would say good job to this lady. I think that she did as good a job as she could in the moment. Let's make that skill set go up a little bit. Incredible attitude covering your ass.
Crazy, bro. Wild, man. Let me know y'all thoughts on that one in the comment section below. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit notification bell Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, FortWorthFabian, man. It's the road to 1,000,000 subs. Peace, love, prosperity. Everybody rocking with the channel. Yeah, bro. A lot of perps out here, man. There's a lot of people out nowadays thinking they're robbers, killers, jack boys, all type of crazy stuff. So you just really got to be on your P's and Q's, because people are really willing to do it to you out here. Like you said, a majority of them are cowards, right? But they willing to be that bold to do something dumb and stupid. So check out the active self-protection playlist link provided in the description, as well as pinned in the comment section down below, man. Peace, love, prosperity. We'll catch you guys in the next video.